How's it going, guys? Thanks for joining us again here on Mopar Insiders. Today we're going to take a look at the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. As always, I want to thank our friends at Abbotsford Chrysler for providing this vehicle to review for us. If you live in British Columbia, make sure you check them out in the Fraser Valley Auto Mall. Awesome guys to deal with. They'll give you the best deals around. So the other week we reviewed the Grand Cherokee SRT's cousin, the Durango SRT. They're both built off the same platform. The Grand Cherokee's just lengthened and has a third row seat option. Now they're both powered by the same 392 cubic inch 6.4 liter Hemi V8, both backed with the ZF 8-speed transmission. Both have full-time all-wheel drive. Basically it comes down to whether you need the extra room of the Durango or not and what you prefer styling wise. Me personally, I prefer the Grand Cherokee. I think it's a little edgier. That's not to say the Durango's bad looking. The Durango's awesome looking as well. I just don't have a need for the extra room personally. Now coming along to the interior, you've got the same fantastic SRT seats as in all other SRT vehicles. These are the Napa leather Alcantara, heated and cooled. Nice side bolsters that hug you during turns. You've got this nice leather wrapped dash here with this gloss carbon fiber trim. Nice center stack with your 8.4 inch Uconnect display and redundant controls underneath. You also get the same excellent customizable gauge cluster that's in the Durango SRT. One thing that you do get with the Grand Cherokee SRT that you don't get with the Durango is the panoramic sunroof, which is awesome. I love that feature. It really makes it feel airy. You've also got this nice Alcantara headliner, Alcantara wrapped A-pillars as well. Down in the center console, you've got your shifter for your ZF transmission. You can knock it over to go into sport mode, and you can press up to downshift, pull back to upshift, but you also do have your redundant paddles for paddle shifters on the steering wheel as well. Now in the back seat, it's also quite roomy. I've got the driver's seat set to my position. I'm 6 feet, 6'1" on a good day, and I fit behind myself with room to spare. It's also, the rear seat backs are also reclinable, so you can set those up however you like. And in the back of the front seats, at least in this Grand Cherokee, you've got the option for the flip up screens as well for rear seat passengers. Mounted to the side of each seat, you've got video inputs as well, HDMI and audio video. Down behind the center console, you've got a couple air conditioning vents, as well as 2 USBs and the controls for the rear heated seats. Now in the rear, you've got a decent amount of storage room. As you can see, I've got all my filming equipment back here, but there's a lot of room behind the rear seats, and that's with them fully reclined as well. But that's enough of that. Let's hop in, see how she drives. Alright guys, so here we are today driving the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. Now this body style Grand Cherokee has been around since 2011, but FCA has done a very, very good job keeping the Grand Cherokee fresh with constant updates, constant little changes, changing the front end, changing the interior, while the overall design of the interior is still the same. The center stack's different with using the Uconnect 8.4 system now. You know, they've changed the gauge cluster, upgraded the materials. They've listened to people, and they're giving everybody more of what they want. As far as the design of the Grand Cherokee, I think it's awesome looking SUV. I've always liked this style since it came out in 2011, and FCA's done an excellent job keeping it fresh with constant updates, constant enhancements, constant styling tweaks, adding new features. It's aged very well, even though it is due for replacement in the next couple of years. I wouldn't feel bad about buying one now. You've got a whole suite of tech features. This thing drives amazing, and there's not really too much else you could ask for when it comes to an SUV. And of course, being a basically fully loaded Grand Cherokee, you do have all the nice features as well. You've got the Uconnect 8.4-inch 4C system with your redundant radio controls and climate controls. You've also got lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring with cross traffic alert. You've got your parking sensors. You've got adaptive cruise. It's got really anything you could ask for. And it's so practical, yet so playful. And I really love this interior too, with the leather wrapped dash. You've got the nice Alcantara A-pillars, Alcantara headliner. Now, FCA's lane keeping system will actually steer you back into your lane if you're drifting over. I'll show you guys here. There you go. So I allowed the vehicle to drift, and it centered me back in the lane. This is going around this corner here, and then it wants you to hold on to the wheel. Now, it will only steer you back once or twice, of course, without getting any input from the driver. And once it's not a fully autonomous system, it's just there to help you out. It's just a lane keep system. It does want you to still be paying attention to the road. As for the Uconnect 8.4, if you guys have seen our other videos, you know how I feel about it. I'm really liking the updated Uconnect 4C system with crisper graphics, as well as a faster processor. It's got a higher resolution screen, so I've loved the Uconnect system in my own personal Ram. It's very easy to use. It's constantly rated one of the best infotainment systems, and nothing's changed there. It just keeps getting better and better. So to turn on the adaptive cruise control, you just hit this button here, which is the adaptive, hit set, and even if I set the speed faster than this guy in front of me, you can see that the vehicle, it just won't accelerate. It's keeping its preset distance. Now, I don't have my foot on the brake. The vehicle in front of me is stopping. There you go. So the Jeep stopped all by itself. The adaptive cruise is a really nice feature, and now it's accelerating by itself. The adaptive cruise is a very nice feature to help reduce driver fatigue during long trips. Guys, here's a quick 0 to 60 in the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. Launch control is not available because it's too new. Just gonna foot brake it here a little bit. And we're going, holy crap! Oh man. That does not get oiled. That's awesome. The Grand Cherokee SRT does feel just a little bit sharper, a little bit quicker, and a little bit more nimble. That, of course, is in part due to the shorter wheelbase, as well as shorter overall length. Man, this thing gets up and moves. Now I've got it in sport mode, And right away, as soon as I started playing in those corners, the transmission started holding gears and downshifting, which was awesome. Let's just try out these Brembos here. Yeah, they have no problem slowing the vehicle down. ABS engaged, worked as it should. Pedal feel was great. And it stopped the Grand Cherokee like nothing. Now going from auto into sport mode, as I was saying before, the transmission started downshifting, holding gears. You also notice the steering firms up, the throttle response gets a little bit better, and the suspension firms up as well. It's still a compliant ride, but you definitely feel the bumps in sport mode. Now that we've tried that, let's go on over to track. So now in track, this throttle response gets even sharper, steering firms up even more, and the suspension firms up even more. It also does disable the traction control. And this is a pretty horribly maintained road. It's a little rough in track, but nothing you can't live with. For that, we'll head back to auto. There we go, and the ride just becomes so much nicer. Now, as I've mentioned on basically every recent FCA review video that I've done, the interior once again is top notch. All the fit and finish is excellent in this vehicle. The materials are high quality. The design, I've always really liked the design of the Grand Cherokee's interior since 2011. So they've done a really good job keeping it fresh with updates. And it's just a nice place to spend time. On these back roads, you can hear virtually no wind noise. Very minimal road noise, which is impressive with those big 275 Pirelli Scorpion Verde tires. They are all seasons, but they do lean a little bit more to the performance side of an all-season tire. Visibility all around is excellent. The driving position is very nice. It was very easy for me to get comfortable. It's a very impressive vehicle. I think FCA has done a great job with the Grand Cherokee. Now I'm really looking forward to what they got coming next. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT quick take review. Now, these are just our quick initial first thoughts driving the vehicle. While we don't get them for a long period of time, we do appreciate our friends at Abbotsford Chrysler for allowing us to drive them and make these videos for you guys. Now, the full written review will be on moparinsiders.com as this video is available. Make sure you check the link down below to check it out. We've got a ton of awesome photos we've taken of this Jeep today, and it's going to be a little more in depth than our just this little video here. So make sure you guys check that out. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.